Yo, good morning. What's going on, everyone? Seth Miranda with the legendary Robert Kelly, the OG New York comedian. What's going on, man?
What's up, brother?
I didn't think he was going to make it in today, but we're going to get into that in a second. First, I want to say we're at Adorama, 42 West 18th Street. That is not a green screen, despite what he thought it was. And you guys can come hang out here anytime that it's open, which is right now. So come hang out. And I just want to thank our sponsor today, boom, Garmin. You guys know Garmin. It's been around forever, right? It's that watch that tells you where you are, what you're doing, and your activity and everything else in between. They're well built. They've been around forever. So if you need some navigation, go check out Garmin. Links are down below.
I have two of them.
You have two Garmins?
I have a 6 and a 7.
Where do you go?
What do you mean, where do I go? What is that? Oh, my God.
This is going to be a good one.
That was the most insulting thing. You didn't say anything, but you said everything.
You barely walked today.
You just went, where do you go?
He hobbled in here today. I just want you to know that. Actually, Garmin probably would have been great for you because we could find you again.
That was the worst out of shape insult I've ever gotten. Where do you go? Oh, my God.
All right, one more thing. We got ourselves some coffee from Brulita. Thank you so much. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, yeah.
What'd you get?
I don't know. I got a latte, half a latte. I got a half a latte with, yeah. And there's some stuff on top. I don't know if that's from the coffee or the guy on the bike riding.
Yeah, it's
maybe sneezed. Don't know. I don't know what that is. You got a 4K Nikon. Why don't you zoom in on whatever that is? Whatever. I'm going to throw up. I got to take the lid off.
I'm not going to get through this one today. It's never Brulita's fault. Every time we order coffee, the guy hands me the most soaked bag I've ever seen in my life. And this morning, he handed me on its side like it's a pizza slice.
Yeah, I think he worked at a pizza place for a while and just moved over to coffee and didn't figure out that, oh, this is a liquid.
Oh, my God. I'm going to die during this one.
That's going to make me throw up. I got to get that out of there. I got to put stuff over it.
Yeah, but Robert actually is he really bared the elements today. This guy came hobbling in with his hat half off his head, his back sloped down, and his knee all bent up because it's dislocated.
Well, you texted me. I was on the bed chilling, waiting to jump in the shower, naked. And
you jumped in the shower. That's how you hurt your knee.
And you go, what do you want? I jumped up and my knee twisted, and I think something happened, dislocated. And usually I can get it back. I can do a couple twists, and I'm sitting there, and we're trying to fix me. Yeah. I felt so old. My wife's like, I'm in the shower. She's rubbing my calf. We're putting stuff on. Finally, I was like, I gotta go. She goes, can't you just tell him? I go, no, you can't tell Seth. What am I gonna tell Seth? Have you seen him?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
You look like you were in the Purge.
That's the best compliment I've ever gotten in my life. Thank you so much. I'm going to blush.
Yeah. I was like, I have to go. I don't want him to get angry at me. No, but I don't like, I wanted to do this. I was excited. Let me tell you something, man. You know, I love this place, and I love all the stuff you do.
He's a nerd. It's kind of crazy because the way we actually connected, I've been a fan of yours forever. You've been around for my entire life out on stages. So, right. That Netflix special you had was one of the best specials ever from the Comedy Cellar, I think, to date.
From the Village Underground. Yeah,
unbelievable.
That was fun.
And all of a sudden, during the pandemic, I got a message on my Instagram from Robert Kelly, and I'm like, is that Robert Kelly? He's like, yo, bro, I just saw your video. Can you help me with my Zoom calls?
Well, because the pandemic, what happened with stand-up comics, we died, like everything was taken away.
Yeah.
It was literally, we realized how unessential we were. You know what I mean? So I had nothing. I had 50 shows that were canceled in one night, and I had no income. So I had to go to, podcasting. Yeah. And Zoom.
Yep.
And I had to learn how, but I didn't want to do, like every comic did that thing where they're looking down at their phone.
I hated
it. And it sucked. They all looked like crap. And I was like, I want bokeh.
When he learned that word, my life was over. That was it. He's like, what does 1.8 mean? Oh, gosh.
Well, I'm going through videos, and it's usually, all right, some zippy guy. All right, guys, today we're going to learn about woo and la, and we'll be right back. Zing, zoom, and then some royalty-free jazzy music. And then, and then I come on you, some tattoos, and you go, you want to learn how to set up a camera and do webcam from your thing? All right, I got your back. Be right. And I was like, this is my guy. Man, this guy has an attitude like my Aunt Peggy. And I was like, all right, I'll be there. Yeah.
Oh my
So I
God.
watched your videos, and they were so cool. There was none of that. It was like, do this, do that, get that, and bing, bang, boom. And I was
Yeah.
like, this is it. And I contacted you, and seriously, because of you, anytime you see a comedian with good lighting and good lens, lighting, and gear, they all came to me. They referred to me as the king of Zoom.
He calls himself that.
You're right. You'd have to,
But I do appreciate all the shout.
You're right. I did. I did name myself that. I have to let the people know. I mean, they didn't know that. They weren't going to investigate how I got the name King of Zoom.
Yeah, but the important thing is Robert knew what he wanted. He just didn't know technically how to get there.
Yeah.
So just doing a couple of calls with him, during lockdown, we got you there.
Yeah.
And it does look great. You were able to go live from your shed. You were making income for your family. You were working. You were still relevant as a comedian. You were out there. You were in the conversation.
I mean, brother, no joke. That Zoom, that thing, podcast I did with Mike Calta and my own podcast, and be able to go on other people's shows. And as soon as I got on, though, people were like, "Dude, what are you?"
Yep.
I looked like I was CNN.
Yeah.
I mean, I look good, and people didn't know this. I was in a shed.
Yeah, it was.
With no heat.
It's half the size of this space we're in right now.
I bought a shed from the Amish. I swear to God, dude. Amish Mike. Look him up. Amish Mike.
That sounds like a guy in the Lower East Side.
Dude Mike that knows Amish people, and I bought a shed from him. And I went into the shed, and I put a couple things in the back, and you told me to get, lights, and you told me how to put. I mean,
You went a little crazy with the lights. You bought every Amazon thing under $20 that made a different color, and you're like, "What is it? How does this look?" I'm like, "It's doing nothing, Bobby." I don't know what to tell you.
well, I would look at your videos and just go, "What is that?" And you're like, "It's fairy lights."
Yeah.
The fairy lights. Yeah. No, I did go nuts. But
Sorry, guys, about the mic. He's explosive. I'm by myself today. If it's
is it loud?
Yeah, I think I put you too low now. Sorry about that, guys.
All right, it's all right.
No, it's all right.
That's all him, not me.
Audio is my weakest game. 100% my weakest game.
I have no headphones to understand how loud I am. But
I think it's so. First of all, I can't stand just everybody's the same thing now. It's a Zoom call with a giant. It's 40% of the screen is headphones now and a mic. And I just kind of want to have. When we said we were bringing back, you were on the first call with creators when we did it on Facebook during lockdown.
Yeah.
And we did those via Zoom. And I said, if we bring this back, it's got to be in person. It's got to be the store. It's got to be the community and where we meet.
Right.
So I felt it was super important to get like as little in the frame as possible and just us.
I didn't know that we were selling tickets though. Like if I knew,
We're not selling tickets. Are we selling tickets, Screamer?
I would have. Can I say something? I would have told my fans
say
to come and be part of it. Like there's what that's not even part of it. He just walked into frame. He's trying to get a coupon or something. What's up, dude? And I mean, good looking dude, Brad Pittish, but.
Brad Pittish.
We got one.
No, he's Kurt Cobainish.
This is my gig in Baltimore a couple weeks ago.
With nobody in the seats.
This is. I would have told people to come down.
Yeah, well, so we've been in this like weird like flux of should we have people come or shouldn't we? Your guys are always welcome to come fill the seats.
Yeah.
My thing is you're gonna be looking at the back of our heads usually, right? So I don't know if that's like an experience.
Well, you
I
get
don't
the
know.
side.
Yeah,
You get the
you're all
side.
profile. That's the thing about Bobby's. It's the profile that gets you.
Yeah, it is the profile.
I gotta tell you, you're looking great though. I mean,
Thanks.
you're probably half the size I've seen.
I know that. So weird. Yeah.
It is weird. I mean, I'm like, you're not even the same guy that I met.
I know. Well, yeah. Well, I got that stomach surgery.
Yeah, but you got you got that after a long struggle of trying to lose the weight organically.
I've been. Here's the thing. I've been fat and skinny a lot. I've had 6 fats in my life.
Okay.
I've had 5 skinnies, 6
You have a
fats.
whole routine on this.
Well, it's weird because if you look at all my headshots over the years, there's like 19 different versions of me.
Yeah.
There's
You were
Puerto
like
Rican Bobby.
Well, you were in a rom-com.
That's
You were very sexy.
that's
in
Marlon Brando Bobby. That's sexy Bobby.
Marlon Brando Bobby.
Oh yeah,
How is that Marlon Brando?
dude. Look at the photo. Google if you guys are on your computer, which you are. Google last night at Eddie's.
All right, let me
I mean, I'm gorgeous in that one.
Let me try to get this up here. How long ago was that?
Last night at Eddie's. It was in the '90s. It was a rom-com in Boston that I filmed. I was the romantic lead, and I was gorgeous.
You were unrecognizable.
I mean, yeah, I was gorgeous, man. I was fantastic. I mean, that's the worst photo of me. That photo of me that you right there, that one.
What?
Okay, that one is at Hall H at Comic-Con. I was feeling.
Wow. You're like a villain.
I want to find who took that photo, and I want to hurt them, dude. Whoever took that photo didn't like me because that's underneath, and I think it's a Getty photo too, right? You can't even get it off. But that was at Hall H Comic-Con, San Diego, when I was doing a show on FX called Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll, and I was so excited about the show and being at Comic-Con, Hall H, which is the big hall, and I come off, and then that week that photo came out of me. That was the one they used.
To be fair, you're on stage, not moving, the light's stable. Every shot's going to look like that.
Yeah, but also, you could have hung from the ceiling. I could have done this. I mean, look at that. That's nuts. But, yeah, there it is right there. The scroll down.
Scroll down.
Last Night at Eddie's. Robert Kelly. No. That's.
Oh, let me look for it.
No, that's not it. It's, yeah, you got to do the video of it. Yeah, sexy, man. There I am right there. Up the top left.
Oh, my God, that's you?
That's me, dude. Look at that Marlon Brando. Come on. Last Night at Eddie's. Baby.
That's AI generated. That is you if you said, what would I look like young?
Buddy, that was me when I first started comedy. Now, I'll tell you a little funny story. 2 months before we started shooting, I auditioned. I was fat. And I went in, and the director went, "You're the guy for the role. You're too heavy to be a romantic lead." I said, "How long do we have?" He said, like a month before we start rehearsals. I go, "Give me a month." I came back in a month looking like that.
That's a huge leap of faith for production to be like, we hope this guy can lose the weight that we're looking for.
Dude, I started running that night. Like I was just a little
You
fat
were
dude,
running?
Little fat dude on the beach running.
Little fat dude on
Yeah.
the beach.
Yeah, dude. I started running that night. I came back in with abs like a month later. I ate chicken. I ate chicken salad and oranges for a month. That's all I had.
Where'd you find that diet?
This lesbian lady that I was my boss. I worked with mentally handicapped people.
Okay.
And I lived in the house with them. And I went downstairs, and she was this big chubby lady, and she's like, "You got to eat oranges, chicken. You got to eat." She goes, "You can have a muffin once a week in the morning." And you got to eat oranges, chickens,
all right,
chicken, and salads.
So you ended up with abs, but then what wall did you hit?
She was my Mickey for a month. Every morning.
You got to go to the body.
Did you have your orange? I was like, I had my orange. I lost the weight. Cindy, I love you, Cindy, if you're out there. I love her. I love her. She wanted me to give her the stuff. She wanted my baby but with her girlfriend. I swear to God. I was like,
sorry, Fernando.
Well, that's a natural thing. She was like, I like you so, Bobby. I like you so much. I'd like to have you make my baby. And I was like, I don't want to. She's like, why? I was like, what if I give you my good one? You know what I mean? What if I give you like my JFK? You know what I mean? And then I get the bad one.
You're gonna kill me, man. And this is Bobby injured on this one-legged Bobby right now.
Oh, I'm on an apple box, New York style.
Yeah, that is New York style.
New York style.
If you guys don't know the placement of apple boxes, we'll do a live stream one day, and I'll show you what each apple box placement means. But
well, you know what's it's so funny because this place, really, I think when that thing happened with the pandemic, so many people came to this type of thing, man. Became very important. You guys became rock stars. You guys became television. Seriously, man, because there was no television being filmed. There was no shows. I would go on the internet and watch shows on how to create better, what to do. I didn't know about any of this stuff. I had 2 GH5s.
Yep.
I would just buy stuff because it was my new addiction.
Yeah.
Somebody I'd be like, what camera do I get? A GH5? And it was the only camera that did video, continuous video.
Over 30 minutes.
Over 30 minutes.
Back then, yeah.
So I got 2 of them because I'm an addict. I didn't even know what they were. It was
smart to get 2. It was smart.
I got 2, and I got 2 different lenses. And when I came to you, you were like, all right, what do you got?
Yep.
What do you got?
Yeah.
And I was like, this and that. He goes, do this, put that, give that. I mean, in minutes, you taught me so much stuff.
That's what we do, man.
Yeah.
And it's good because you probably reached people that needed stress relief, that needed some connection out there. Yeah. So it's all pay it forward. And that's what I do this for, is the community that we built. We really are a community of creators. It's not just a retail store here. It really is. I wouldn't have built this whole place if it wasn't that. Yeah. But the funnest part was watching his face change every time we made a change. Like, it's the bokeh. Like when you learned the word bokeh, I was like, oh no.
I love bokeh. Bokeh. Let me tell you something, man. I don't care. I don't care. I love bokeh.
I get it.
When
I
you
get
blur out that background and I pop, and then you put a little accent light behind me, and it's purple.
Yeah, so I totally got his light dialed in, and then like it took a week for him to like bulldoze it and mess it up, but it's all right. Well,
Yeah, all this little popping orange with the blue behind. I love it all.
I gave
dude.
you a warm on the temples, right?
Yeah, you
Get the blue separation. I get it, man.
Yeah.
But the thing that I found really interesting about the pandemic, which I think you're a successful story of it. Everybody tried to start a channel. Everyone thought it just happens. And then everyone found out really quickly how much work goes into it. But you were ready to do the work. That was the difference.
Yeah. Well, it's funny too, because you see people, like I would watch you do your videos. And then I didn't realize, because people who do videos, you're going from here to here with no edit.
Yeah.
Talking.
That's just my style.
Right. But dude, like I would try to do I'd be like, hey guys, what's going on? I wasn't. I don't know. All right. Hey guys. I mean, to be able to do that and explain something to somebody and make it interesting to where they're you know what I mean? Because a lot of people, man, I click off.
Well, I think a lot of
It's an art. It's an art to do that.
Yeah, but so it's the same thing as stand-up comedy. Like you have to connect and communicate properly and nail it, the rhythm, the beats, all that stuff. Yeah. All the information can be there. If it's not hitting, what's it really doing? Yeah. But I think the way you stay interesting to someone is if you actually know what you're talking about. You
100%.
Can't just talk about anything. Yeah. And teaching myself not to go or so every 5 seconds. Ask Fernando. It took me a minute to realize just don't say and think.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just get the next sentence before you say
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's like me in my act when I swear. Swearing for me in my act is for me a lot of times. And when I know exactly what I'm doing, like when I do the Tonight Show, I did that, a lot of people were worried, like, how are you? Because if you see my act, they were like,
I've seen you do clean.
I can do clean, but it's a psychological thing where they're like, I have to know what I'm doing.
Right.
As long as I know what I'm doing. Because, look, I do a lot of morning radio when I go on the road. That's how you sell tickets.
Oh.
So you have to go on FM radio all the time. And as long as I know that, where we're at, look, I did radio, FM radio on a big show. I forget where I was. But in the break, the guy started swearing. So we started talking and we're swearing. Like, guys, we swear. Blah, blah, blah. And then we went back and I'm like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, ugh. And he was like, yo, we're back on the radio. I'm like, dude, we can't do this in between.
Which is what you just did to me. I was like 2 minutes to go. I'm like, no swearing. And he's like, oh, you had a meltdown just now.
Well, because it's 2 minutes.
You're a pro. You're not even a pro. You're
I haven't swore once.
You're as OG as it gets.
Yeah, as long as I know, I'm good. Thank God you told me.
Look, man, I love like really legendary OG guys in any industry, right? In my world, street cred means everything to me. I want people to know what I'm about, what I'm capable of before I even open my mouth, right? And I feel like anytime I've gone anywhere on a comedy show, that's it. Robert Kelly's like this respected guy by other comedians. Yeah. Like how long did it take you to build that up? Do you still feel like you're building it?
Yeah, dude. Here's the deal. I think I'll know if I was respected when I'm dead. You know what I mean?
Wow. There you go, kids. Grow, strive to be
That's when you know what you did. When you die and at your funeral, there's a bunch of people and people are telling you what's up. Like when Patrice O'Neal passed away.
Oh my gosh.
God rest his soul. Huh?
That was one of the best.
His funeral was the funniest funeral I've ever been to. When the owner of the Comedy Cellar, his father, when Manny, the original owner, passed away. Dude, you're talking Chris Rock, Ray Romano, doing sets
at a funeral
on Manny. We were dying. Laughing. That's when you know when you're a comic and when you're dead and at your funeral and you got like Colin Quinn trashing you for 10 minutes in a church and everybody's dying. That's when you know you're an OG, I think. Not until then.
Yeah, but don't you ever you don't think you go walk into a random club and they just give you a spot? Yeah, that's got to feel great.
It feels good, but I don't do that. Because I don't.
If you're scared, you're scared. I get it.
No, I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I
Sorry,
just
snapped.
You know why? Because I don't want to. I know how hard it is to get those spots.
Yeah.
And I remember when these people who we know would walk in and they would bump 7 guys and not even care.
Yeah.
Not even care. And we'd all be sitting on the stairs at the Cellar and they'd be up there just flim-flamming, just ego in it. And you're like, all right, dude, I gotta. Now I'm here till 3 in the morning because they still make you go up. You know?
See, but I think that's why you're so respected. Is you respect the game. And I gotta tell you, we were at the Olive Tree, which is above the Comedy Cellar, and some dude just sat next to us, and you're like, who is this guy? And then he's like, I'm a comic. Oh, hi. And then you were like, all just trying to get to know him. I was like, man, anybody else would have been like a little tooth and nail about it, but you were just like, no, we're all in this. We're comics. We got to help each other.
Right.
You got to strive the next generation. And you walk into a club and get a spot, but you're like, you know what? These guys actually need these spots. Let them.
I mean, that guy was an ass. I mean, who does that? Who just sits down and introduces
Your
himself?
face, I was like, you went into prison mode. You were like,
well, the Comedy Cellar table is a sacred place.
you were looking at me like, are you ready to go?
I needed,
like,
100% need you to do it.
Well, I was like, are you serious right now? And then when you asked him, he was a comic. Everything was like gelled over.
Well, yeah. Well, I didn't know him. He's a new guy, and he just sat down like he was an old guy, and that bothered me because it's like, dude, hey, dude, what's up? What's your name? I'm a big on civility. Is that the word? I like holding the door. Please, thank you. You're welcome. Hi, I'm Bob. Nice to meet you. I like that stuff. When someone just sits down and like, you know, it's like, dude, don't make us uncomfortable. That was a weird situation, but he would wind up being a good kid.
Yeah, but I think you're absolutely always looking to pay it forward, even in small microwaves, and he's probably going to remember that, right? So,
well, look at man. You know who was awesome to me? Colin Quinn. When I was a young comic, he would always take me under his wing. He always looked out for me on, like even Tough Crowd. You know, they didn't want to put me on. They didn't want me on the show. He would fight for me and his guys to get on the show, which I always respected. He did that. You know, Louie did that with me. Denis Leary.
Mark Maron did it too, right?
Mark Maron put me on his show.
When you popped up on that, I was like, what? Like you for a while to me, you were this dude that just kept popping up, and I'm like, oh, it's the Mr. Clean guy. Like,
well, that was more my manager, Jim Serpico, who was produced that show and came up with the show, whatever he did with that show, and he kind of got me on that show. I don't know if Maron would.
I don't know. I don't know.
That was funny. That was when I was fat.
You were pretty big.
And here's the thing: when you're fat on TV, they always want you to take your shirt off.
Really?
I don't know why, but every time they want you to do something fat. And I remember they were like, "All right, you got to take your shirt off and walk down the street." And I'm like, "Can I not? Can I just leave my? Can I have a tank top on or something? Do I have to just?"
Did you feel like a sideshow?
Well, I just was like, I felt a little violated, not to be too silly about it, but I was like,
no, I mean,
I was like, can I just leave a tank top on? And they went and had a writers meeting. They're like, give us 1 sec. And they went and talked. They were like, no, it's funnier if you take your shirt off. And I was like, all right, dude, great. You're going to see my side fat make somebody giggle at home. But you know what? They were right. It was funnier.
I think it's more of like just ridiculous, more than funny.
Yeah,
because I feel like it's cerebral comedy is what I think is really sticks with people, not just like you know, it's like jump scares. Jump scares are cheap, but like psychological horror is like, yo.
I love a jump scare though.
Really?
Me and you are opposites. I like Boca and jump scares.
I don't hate Boca. You're looking at Boca. Look at this. This is Boca.
You would have loved a cleaner. You don't like Boca.
I'm all right with Boca. What I can't stand is people that don't have a thought process to what they're going to create and go, I just need shallow. People spend more money to get less in focus in a lens.
Yeah.
It's the most bizarre thing in the world. Well, it's Instagram, right?
It's beautiful. Boca's beautiful. Don't let him bully you out of your Boca. # don't be bullied out of Boca.
Listen, you want your Boca. Listen, you saw me do the 1.2 lens videos on here. I bought the 1.2 lenses. You're looking at me on 1.8. I get it. But there's reason for every technique, and I just think that people just throw things at it. They do the same thing. Rembrandt lighting, shallow Boca. Like, it's the same.
You know what I hate?
Go for it.
Fake Boca.
Oh, the Zoom junk?
I hate fake
So
Boca.
that's what we're going through right now in this industry is people are kind of advocating for cameras to have what we call computational photography. So instead of you having to buy a lens that's got natural organic bokeh, it will do that in camera like your phone does. It'll computerly know this is the subject and everything else goes soft. And people are advocating for that. How do you feel about one day the AI is getting so good you're not going to be able to tell if it's fake or not?
Well, here's the thing with AI, and I think it's going to suck because, you know, it's making it easier for people to be dumber, okay? Because I love that I learned about lens lighting gear. I love that I can go into a hotel room with a little tiny light that throw it on a pillow. It will shoot up behind me. Open the window just a little bit to get a light on my side, and then have a light on turn a lamp this way, and use my iPhone and look like $1 million.
With that fake bokeh the phone.
With a fake, no, I don't use a fake bokeh. But I know how to make something look better from nothing, right? I like that I learned that from you and the internet, right? But what's happening with this AI stuff, I mean, I have a...
What's this?
If you have a flicky hair again, I'm hobbling out of here. If you ever, don't ever make me jealous of whatever that is. God, you have great hair.
It's called Greek Jew fro.
Oh my God, it's fantastic.
New York edition.
But I think that the AI stuff, dude, I have an app on my phone, like the DJI, right? So the DJI Pocket 3, which I love. I got that on the road, bro. I mean, I put that on the stage. I put it in the back of the room. It catches my face. It follows me on stage.
It's exactly what you need.
It's insane. Here's what they have in it. On the app, right, it hooks up to my phone.
Right.
So I can I have the mic on me. I have it on my phone. As I'm walking to stage, I hit record.
Yep.
It catches my face. Here's another thing. When I'm done, it will take my videos. Inside of the app, it has AI video editor. It will take 3 clips, 4 clips, 8 clips, whatever, and add royalty-free music and transitions and make an Instagram story clip. Like that.
Yeah.
And to me, it's scary that that's happening, that there's a program that just eliminates a person who I have to pay to do that. You know,
forget giving people jobs, right?
Well,
yeah.
Look,
yeah.
I mean,
come on, Bobby.
Here, it's scary because I have like 3 kids that work for me that do all of my videos and editing and stuff like that. But it is pretty wild that stuff's happening. There's an app now that actually can take my voice and put it in any language and subtitle it in that language. But it's not perfect, but it's wild that can happen.
I think a lot of people that go, something like that would take somebody's job. Bobby wouldn't look to pay someone anyway. He'd get an intern that would do a job that would frustrate him. It would take 3 times as long. He'd never pay someone. That's the thing, really. It's really what it is. Don't even tell me.
Listen, I pay with experience and love.
Hashtag Bobby hates creators.
I love creators. I just like free ones. I like a discounted creator.
It's called Fiverr.
What is that?
You never?
Is that where you $5? You have some dude.
Yeah, I did a whole video on Fiverr because I was like, I need an intro. I want to do an animated intro for my YouTube. Let me see what Fiverr is. So I did a video of getting an intro, and I was like, wow, they're all the same intro. They're just templates that you pay someone $5 to put your stuff into.
They're pretty good intros, though.
I changed the whole thing. Now I went to a creator. What's up, Cal? Our very own Cal created my intro on my channel, and I'm so much happier with it after I went to someone professional and did exactly what I wanted.
Expensive?
I think it was justified. It wasn't expensive, but it was definitely, I was paying a professional, man.
It's more than a yes or a no. It's expensive.
Well, when I got to shoot and I got to lug all my gear that took me like 12 years to acquire and all this, like, yeah, I'm going to charge you, homie, you know?
No, I know. All right. You don't make me feel, don't call me homie.
I tell you what, I'm just going to get an AI app and I'm not going to go to his shows anymore. I'll listen to an AI comedy.
It's crazy to me that it is the technology. I mean, this phone actually does. I did Steven Soderbergh.
Okay.
I booked a movie of his a few years ago. And I'm on set. I go, regular movie. I go in, wardrobe, get in. They take me to set. We're in the woods. There he is. Great Steven Soderbergh on a ladder with an iPhone 7 Plus or something. And
a while ago.
He's sitting there going like this. And then he goes, all right, cool, action. I'm like, what? No one told me it was an iPhone. I thought he was just doing a little thing.
What is this movie?
He had Filmatic Pro, right, on it. Filmic Pro, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, great. We shoot the scene. He goes, all right, we're done. We did 2 things. I thought it was just a practice or
like
something.
A proof.
And somebody was going to come with, all right, something and hand it to him, right? It was it. Shot the whole movie on an iPhone, edited in between setups on his MacBook. I made more money off of that movie. That movie was such a hit, Unhinged. It was a psychological thriller. It made millions, dude. Millions. And it looked insane. If you know, like you say, if you know how to use it, if you know how to use this, if you know about lighting, if you know all the stuff you can make something look amazing.
So like Apple made a big thing about their last announcement being shot all on iPhone, but then you look at it, it was $150,000 in lighting, stabilizers, and glass in front of that phone. Also, I've had 3 phones fry on me in my life, and one of them was in London recently, and I couldn't get back home because I couldn't get a 2-factor authentication on anything. So like everything was going nuts for me. Yes, the phone's amazing, but it's another tool that has applications like any other tool.
Yeah.
So it's not that I personally, it's just my opinion, I don't feel it's replacing anything, but it is another option. And for guys like you that just want something fast, everything with Bobby is like, how can I connect this to my phone? Because all he wants to do is carry that, go talk to someone for a few minutes, make an episode, and get it up. That's all you want.
I want fast, and I want to be able to carry it in my bag.
Yeah.
Not have to deal with. Yeah. Look at my dream has been to create a podcasting thing that I can just take with me, and it's almost there. But like, I just want to have like 4 DJI mics that plug into one thing, that go into one camera, that I can just do a podcast anywhere, and I want it to be this big.
Yeah, I think the biggest hurdle you have right now is trying to do more than 2 people.
2 people.
That's the biggest hurdle right
Yeah.
now. Well, it'll come. I mean, but the technology is also here. It's just not consumer ready. So like, we're seeing technology that's hitting the market right now. That's the first time we've seen it in consumer hands, but it took maybe like 5 years to make it affordable, because if it doesn't sell, they can't put it out.
Yep.
So we might see that in another few years. Who knows?
But it's still a long, like I was talking to somebody, I do the Bonfire now with Big J Okerson on Sirius satellite radio. It's like a big show, and we're like, there's no video element. So we're like, dude, how are we gonna get video in here? But they're not gonna pay for it. They have $10,000 cameras in the thing, but it's like, to get somebody to man those cameras costs a lot of money. So we're like, how can we do this? So we're gonna try to buy cameras, but then I'm like, dude, do you know how hard it is to take that? It's great to film it, a show, an episode, 2 hours, but then who's gonna take that stuff and put it into one of those, and then watch it down, and then edit it, and then put this? It's so much work.
It is a lot of work. It is a lot of work. Video is no joke. I think people are learning that now, because more and more people are trying to do it now, because even Instagram is basically video. It's not really stills that oriented anymore. Like, everything we're engaging with is video. And I think people are learning the hard way that, like, yeah, this is a hard job, guys. And being a creator isn't easy, and sticking with it is the hardest part of it, and building your audience. You've walked into this with an audience to some level. Like, they know who you are. Like, you're not starting a channel from nothing. If you put the Robert Kelly YouTube out there, people are like, I've been to his shows, I will follow this. Yeah. But someone started from zero, that's a long climb, man.
It's still hard though, because dude, it's like some guy will just put one thing, and it hits that thing and goes viral, and all of a sudden they're just supersede you in a day, and they're like famous. That's the one sucky part. Not sucky for them. It's great for them.
Right.
But it's almost like hitting the lottery sometimes, where you get one thing that goes viral, your thing will explode, and your life could change.
Yeah, but don't you think you kind of do that yourself? Like, if you found a young comic you think is awesome and you have them on your show, you're going to push that kid just to be a little bit more viral, because you're vouching for them.
Yeah, but they usually, dude, but I've done that with guys but I'm talking like there's other people that, like, I saw somebody today who has millions of views and millions of stuff, and I'm watching them. I'm like, wow, that's terrible comedy.
It's like internet rappers. They just kind of like put it out there and people listen to it, but doesn't mean they're good.
Yeah, like it's like everything always comes with the good and the bad, and with creating, you can get people that just get lucky and something hits, and all of a sudden they're big and huge.
But then it's about longevity, because there's plenty of guys that were funny for that one. You know how many specials I've seen of like the same guy that only one special was good, and like there's 7 that were just awful.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how did you get 6 more specials after this?
No, there's a couple people.
It's kind. I'm not throwing any shade, but teach their own. That said,
I'm throwing shade.
Yeah, you were talking about having those cameras manned. You at the Comedy Cellar, above the Comedy Cellar, we actually did a video. Hopefully Fernando's watching, put a link in the chat. We redid the lighting for your podcast, but you film it on PTZ cameras, robotic cameras, in a small room. And anybody that saw this room would be like, why do you need robotic cameras when I could reach across the entire room with one arm? So it's a crazy setup.
Here's the thing. Those are the ones they had there. So that's what we use, but we're redoing the studio.
Yeah.
We're going to recreate. I finally got the permission. I don't know if people know this, but above the Comedy Cellar, around 15 years ago, I set up a podcast studio. And it was all, we used webcams.
Yeah.
And I had a Deepu, my intern, little Indian kid who was a genius, set up 5 webcams, and then hooked it up to a software program that he made, and used an Xbox remote as a TriCaster.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, so we had a 5-camera shoot, and you know, it was pretty amazing. But now the things evolved over years, and you guys came in and saved our butt that one time when the lighting was terrible. But we're gonna redo the whole studio.
Yeah.
We're gonna recreate the Comedy Cellar downstairs. Yeah, there it is, right there.
So this, I gotta tell you, your lighting was killing me in this. I mean, it was the most yellow green junky thing. I mean, look at how soupy that looks. I told Fernando, don't correct for this. I want them to see what these guys film in.
I love camera terminology. Soupy.
It's so soupy.
It's so soupy.
But I mean, look at all those mics. It's a really amazing table, actually, that was custom built for you guys.
Tony built that. He's awesome. Yeah.
Tony's unreal.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to redo this whole thing. It was a small space, so I walk you through my whole thought process of how to redo your lighting, and it was pretty simple. I just put in a couple fixtures, and we did everything.
Yep.
We didn't. Wow, of course, you got to love the internet. But it changed everything. I think I did a before and after somewhere.
I mean, yeah, dude, there it is, right there. Look at the difference. Yeah. My Lord, yeah, right there.
I mean, and the lantern, I think, made a huge difference, making it even around everybody.
yeah.
You know?
Oh, my God. Look how big I was.
Yeah, you were big, man. And that was a hot summer.
Dude, that was one of the biggest I've ever been. Look at that. Wow.
So this is the before.
Yep.
If it'll load. Yeah.
You got to get the M3.
No, so that's before green, flat, and then this is sculpted. The purple lights. I mean, look at you, Norton over there.
There's Norton. Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, and I'm actually really psyched. I always go like, I lit the Comedy Cellar podcast. Well, I always flex on it.
You're gonna have to come back and relight it. We're actually redoing the Comedy Cellar table as like a stage.
What are you doing with that table?
We're taking. I don't know. Why you want
it? Fernando, we got to talk.
What I'm saying is that the Comedy Cellar famous table downstairs. We're gonna try to recreate it upstairs.
Oh,
we're taking over the other room.
He's talking about this dining table.
Yeah,
that's what he's talking about. Yeah.
So we're gonna make that like a studio, so like a real stage.
That's amazing.
But we're gonna relight it, get real cameras. So we're gonna have to talk about the cameras. I was gonna call you about that and figure it out because we want cameras that you can move for different shows.
He only calls when he needs something, and then he goes, "I'm sorry, guy, I haven't talked to you in a while, but hey, anyway, how's that new DJI? Can you give me a deal?" It's all right. It's all right.
I just asked about the DJI. I didn't ask for a deal. Did I? Maybe I did. No, I didn't.
I don't know. The last show I went to the Comedy Cellar was actually your show.
Pussycat.
No, it was at Comedy Cellar. No, the night that I hung out with you, we went to like all the sets. That was another night. Oh, yeah. You were big then, and then I went and saw you, and I was like, "Oh my God, his sweatsuit is hanging off of him. What is going on here?" Your whole set was about food.
Yeah,
it was ironic that you lost all this weight, but then everything was about food on your set.
Yeah, because it's such a big part of my life. You know, I mean, I was 355, dude. I was 5'8" at 355. And I was a little house.
Yeah, but you were getting in front of people and you were doing your thing. You were still, you know.
Yeah, but it was going to be for a couple of years, and I was going to tap out.
Yeah,
I mean, it was bad. Yeah.
Well,
So now I think I'm down. I'm 220.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Unbelievable. You probably feel great.
I feel great except my knee. I blew my knee out this morning just putting a sock on.
Dude,
I suck.
This dude hobbled. I'm not even kidding you. I'm talking hat half off his head. He's limping in. I was like, is he going to give me a story about why he was late? He's like, I just dislocated my knee. Yeah, I'm going to get an MRI as soon as I'm out of here.
I got to get an MRI. I got a knee brace under here. My wife got a sock, like a small sock, and put it over my knee. We're panicking trying to figure out how to get me here. She's like, why don't you just call him? I go, he just got my coffee order. I have to go. You don't know Seth. He will hurt me.
I will not hurt.
He will hurt me. He's hit me with a bike chain once.
That's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true.
That is not true. He is the nicest, one of the nicest dudes. Even though he looks
Say
like.
It again. Say it again. Jeez, man.
I'm blinking. Help.
So where are you going from here? Because
I'm literally going to an MRI.
No, get out of here. I mean,
dude,
I get it. I'm with you. I
swear to God, I'm going to an MRI. My wife booked me.
No. I'm saying,
oh,
because I feel like every time I check in on you, you're on a different podcast, starting a different podcast, signing a network.
Well, I got two different podcasts from the one you know, of course, YKWd, but then on that podcast, Dan Soda, Joe List, and Louis J. Gomez. They were my original guys that I did the show with, my podcast, and they all went and did their thing.
List is blowing up, I feel.
List is blowing up, so now we do the regs, which is killing it. And then we also have Bone to Pick, which is with Paul Verzi.
Yeah, I just saw your reel about people not taking food to go at breakfast.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is that everybody has Bone to Picks with the world and people, and mine was you don't take breakfast food to go. You either eat it or you leave it. If you take half a pancake and a sausage back to your house, you stink as a person.
Why?
I don't.
Why is it the breakfast berry? What's the berry?
You don't. Who's gonna eat a pancake at 5? A half a pancake. Who's gonna? Hey, is any of that leftover bacon? Hey, that piece of toast with a bite taken out of it. Is that still in the fridge? No. Sandwiches, yes. Pasta, fantastic. Chinese food, absolutely. Better the next day. Pizza, Breakfast food stays on the table. You don't get it to go. When I see people, can you get it to go? Even waitresses or waiters don't ask. You notice that? They don't go, hey, you want to take this to go? They never do that at breakfast because they know better.
I mean, I would never reheat scrambled eggs.
No, you leave it on the table.
There's not one breakfast food.
Name one.
Name one? I mean, actually, I don't even eat breakfast, so what are we talking about?
You don't eat breakfast?
I actually don't. I eat, so I'm going to sound like I have a disorder. So I go through periods where I only eat once a day. And it kind of helps me reset everything.
Reset what?
I don't know. When you work in production, I know Fernando can relate to this. You're cutting like crazy.
Fernando!
When your stomach's full, you're slow, man.
Yeah.
And I'm just focused on things. I'm trying to get those. So you do the once a day thing.
I think you're only supposed to eat once a day. I think eating 7 times a day is a very American thing.
Crazy.
Waking up and going, what's for breakfast? Is like, I just went on a cruise, and I mean, cruise people are just fat people.
They are hedonistic, I'll say that.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Like losing all the weight and like learning how to eat again and then going on a cruise, it was nuts.
So Jeff is saying breakfast burritos, no?
Jeff, look at me. No. No. You don't take eggs to go, dude. You don't. Eggs don't. No. You don't. Well, I know what he's thinking too. He's thinking, first of all, if you take a and you bite it and you think you're taking something with bites taken, no. I know what you're thinking. Maybe cut it in half, eat half, take the rest home. No, Jeff. Absolutely not. No breakfast. Jeff, absolutely not. No. No. You eat it and you leave it. It's breakfast. It's eggs. It's eggs. It's bacon. It's breakfast. You don't take it home.
Breakfast
I don't
food
care.
has to be the most profitable food out there.
Oh, what are you going to do? Take hash browns home? Oh, I saw somebody take a thing of just hash browns and it had jelly on it and ketchup.
Jelly on
Yeah,
hash
from
browns?
a piece of toast they had. I was looking at him like, are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind?
There's always toast left over. I feel like people just like...
You know, toast.
He's going to have an aneurysm.
Now my head hurts. You don't take toast home. You don't take toast.
All right.
If I saw somebody take toast, I'd slap the toast out of their hand.
What if it's not something you're eating, but you're taking it to go? You're like, all right, my wife wants pancakes. I'll take those to go. No?
Oh, okay. That's it. Listen. That's a different thing.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. But
Wait, it's the bite that makes it different?
When you order to go, right?
Okay.
First of all, breakfast to go, I don't like doing
The
it.
rubber pancakes, you don't like it?
Because she's
Soggy waffle?
not going to eat it. I know she's 99.9% of the time somebody says, hey, get me some pancakes to go. I know they're not going to eat it.
Oh, look at Vic. He says, I'm not wasting food. I'm taking it with me.
Yeah, well, Vic, fine. How about I lend you some money? Because apparently you need it. Okay?
Listen, toast is 17 cents a slice. What are you going to do?
Taking it with me. Listen, dude, call me. I'll hook you up with some coupons. I'm not wasting food. That's your mother talking, and get over it. Not wasting food. Look at, man, I understand you get a steak, you get a pasta, pizza, Chinese food. I said all that food can come home with you. Breakfast stays on the table, dude.
Not even like a cornbread muffin you take that way?
For what?
Later.
No, there's no later.
For what? There's no later. There's always later.
Listen, it matters. It does matter, too, if you bit it. If you bit a piece of cornbread and you're like, oh, let me get that home. Like, when you're eating pasta, you're eating it, right?
Yeah.
It's not like you're cutting a piece out. I'll take this home. You're eating it. A steak, you're eating it, right? Pizza, you're eating it.
Okay.
Whatever it is, Chinese food, you're eating it. And you're like, want to take this home? Yeah, I'll take those noodles home. 100%. 100%.
But what about like a big omelet, a waffle?
Nope.
You cut it.
Nope.
What?
Because you're eating it. There's a bite taken out of it.
It was like 7 minutes on breakfast.
All right, whatever. I'm just saying. Bro.
Toast is a poor man's bagel or muffin.
Yeah, listen, I get it, but you're not taking it with you. You can take a bag of bagels with you. and make them at home.
First of all, we're in New York. I don't get people that buy bagels from a grocery store in New York.
I'm going to ask you a question. If you went to somebody's house, right, and they had a meal, breakfast,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Do you want to take some of your eggs home? Would you?"
I don't.
Would you?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you went over for dinner, and they're like, "Hey, would you like to take some of this pasta home with you? I made extra. I want to give you some so you can have some later. Would you? Would you?
No.
Yeah, you would.
No, I would.
I would.
Nah.
You
Look,
don't take eggs.
I try not to, because wherever I'm leaving from, I don't got a car and it takes way too long to get home or something like that. I'm like, I don't know, and the food gets all jacked up.
Yeah, you gonna jump on a bike with a backpack?
You know, I go see my parents. I got to jump on 2 trains. You know?
Where do they live?
They're settling out in Long Beach.
Nice.
So
That's
Long
nice.
Island Railroad, subway, back to Brooklyn. You know, all that.
Nice. Where are you from originally?
Marine Park,
I mean, so New
Kings
York.
Plaza.
That's why I like you so much. You're so New York, dude.
Well, that's what
You need help connecting your Canon up to your computer? I got your back. Stay tuned.
That's what Colta said to me. Your buddy was like, "Yeah, Bobby told me about you, and you're from America." Because he said like you were finding all these videos from overseas,
I think
like
so.
all these help videos, like nothing was from America.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, because all the help videos that was bad, dude. Trying to find, like there's a lot of people, creators out there putting videos together. Man, are they wordy?
Yeah, they are wordy.
I mean, wordy.
I know. They're trying to get you to get the watch time. It's the whole formula.
Is it really?
Yeah, and I get it. Like even my videos, I start with a hook. I'll be like, "So you're trying to get going on better production for your webcam? Stick around. We got stuff to talk about." Right there's an extra minute of watch time.
That's your thing.
You know.
That's your hook.
Well, it was funny because you sent me a clip of you shouting me out before we talked to each other. And you're like, "See, I gave you a shout out," and I said, "Hey, you're trying to get your camera to act like a webcam?" "Yeah, I am." You're like yelling at the screen like I'm talking to you, and I was like, "You know what? I bet you there's a lot of people that do that. This is kind of nuts."
Yeah.
But I'm glad we got you straightened out because I think it really did make a difference. I think people watch content that you take the effort in production value. Nobody wants to watch something that you didn't put. Why should they give you the effort of watching if you didn't put the effort in creating?
100%. I mean, I'm still mad at Vic.
I think Vic is in New York. Is that right, Vic? I can't remember.
Maybe he just showed up and threw a piece of toast at me.
You should totally do that. Well, maybe next time we come here, we'll have actual people here. I'm trying to get it to a point where we have an actual barista here.
Yeah, dude, next time I come, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, next time I come on, why don't you just get a little espresso maker over there?
Because this space has to change every minute.
I say next time I come on, I want some of you people in the chat here, and we have breakfast together. I'll take you guys all out to breakfast.
But no one's taking anything home.
No.
You better eat it. You better eat it. You just shove their face in their eggs. Eat it.
You leave it. You eat it or leave it. That's breakfast motto in New York City, anywhere in the world. You eat it or leave it. That's it. Burrito. How dare you?
How dare you? Oh, my God.
You're not wasting the food, by the way. Someone's getting it.
That is true. In New York, someo's totally getting it.
Somebody's getting it.
You ever see that City Harvest where you donate, all the restaurants donate their extra food?
Oh, do they?
You never saw the City Harvest?
No, but I did read, I read the Mole People book. You ever see that?
No.
You know about mole people?
Wait, you're talking about Morlocks?
What are you, a Morlock? What's a Morlock?
Go ahead.
You just super nerd me? You just super nerd me?
I am of the Comic-Con variety, so
What's a Morlock?
we're not doing this.
Okay. You don't know.
I want French.
I want French toast. Me too, man. I ain't taking it with me. Orlando, Florida, lived in Queens when I was a kid. Whatever, Vic. You're taking food home for breakfast. We're not going to. A pizza rat. What?
You never heard about the pizza rat?
What's a pizza rat?
That was a whole thing. They found rats taking full slices of pizza in the subway. They found another one with a giant pretzel. Yeah, they're taking they're like super rats, man.
Really?
New York City rats are no joke.
I know they're not. I
They're
love
all
it.
jacked up.
I love going to the parks at night and just seeing them. I was at 6th and 3rd. Oh, no, 4th. You know where the Washington Square Diner is?
Yeah.
Okay. That little park in front of it. Don't know why it's there. Nobody can go in it.
But he says little park. He means a bench and weeds.
Yeah, it's just weird. It's right next to the basketball courts.
It's not a park.
But it is a little baby weird park that doesn't need to exist.
It's a drug dealer park.
Right. So, dude, I was up 3:30 in the morning. I just got done with sets. Me and my friend were out there smoking a butt or something, and all of a sudden the pigeon land. A rat grabbed the pigeon by the wing and heard and dragged it into a bush. We were like, we gotta move.
That's not real.
We gotta leave. I swear to God,
not real.
buddy. I'm not kidding. It ran and grabbed its wing, and
So what if that was breakfast for that rat? Can he take it home?
No, leave it. No, you eat a burrito as you're wailing. What? It's a California thing. Wailing out. What's that mean? What is that?
As you're walking out. As you're walking out. I'm guessing you forgot the
Yeah.
on that.
Okay, but you're eating it. If you take, you understand, I think he's missing. If you take it home and put it in the fridge,
You're a bad person.
And think you're going to eat that tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. That's a 1987 Honda Accord. How dare you? What do you mean?
I have no idea what's going on.
I love
right
these
now.
people just yapping. I love it.
This is my life. I talk to no one and everyone at the same time. I'm in a vapid space and I just talk to invisible people.
Right.
I'm living in a simulation. They don't exist. This is Adorama feeding it to me, thinking that I'm doing something.
I didn't exist, and now I'm here.
Yes, sure.
That's right, right?
When I got that DM, I was like, who the hell is pretend to be Robert Kelly, of all people? But, I think it was really, first of all, thanks for letting me hang out with you, all the Comedy Cellar stuff. That was one of the funnest things ever, going between all the backstage stuff.
Yeah.
Redoing the lighting in the Comedy Cellar was awesome. So check out that video. Hopefully, Fernando put that link in the chat. And listen, we'll figure out what else. Oh, you know what? There is a video that people probably didn't watch that we have of Robert Kelly, the Lumix G100 video.
Yes.
Where he just starts talking about an egg machine or something that Dom DeLuise gave you.
No, that's when you guys came out to my shed, right? Yeah.
Yes.
No, I did a flea market in LA. We were moving and I had to sell all my stuff and I had all this big stuff. Like a couch. I had a leopard couch. Don't ask. I had a leopard couch. I was a stripper.
Is that the rom-com hobby? He's like, come on my abs, come by my abs on my couch.
My wife, now girlfriend, then got a leopard couch. It sucked. Had highs. You couldn't even get comfortable. So we had all this furniture we're putting. Nobody's buying it. I'm out there.
Shocking.
So the lady next door, she goes, listen, are you getting rid of a lot of clothes and sneakers and old? I go, yeah, I'm just going to give it to Goodwill. She goes, don't. Put it out. Whatever it is, jackets, socks, pants, anything, put it out there and put everything for $1. People will come and they'll buy all that stuff and then they'll buy your big items too. Sure enough, it worked. Huh. I put all the stuff out there and they came. People who don't have a lot of money would be like, that's a nice jacket. I need socks. Well, they don't care. You know what I mean? They don't need a brand. And they did. They come up. All of a sudden I look, there's a 2-door coupe, Lincoln coupe. I look in, I'm like, oh my God, it's Dom DeLuise. He's one of my Fatso is my favorite comedy of all time. I want to remake it. It's my dream.
Oh, remake it. That's
I love
interesting.
Fatso. It's the funniest movie. If you haven't seen the movie Fatso with Dom DeLuise, it's filmed right in the West Village where he grew up, and it's one of the funniest movies of all time.
Film it on an iPhone, you genius. Come on.
Maybe you do it with me. and I looked in. I go, Dom. And he's like, how much? I had like 2 egg cookers. One was a microwave and one was you plug in. I go, how much for the egg thing, kid? And I go, you can have it. Just, you take it. I go, take this one. It's new. He goes, no, I don't do microwave. I go, the other one has egg on it. He goes, I don't care. And I gave it to him, and he signed a dollar bill for me, and I have that frame. And he's like, dude, how much? He goes, what do you do for a living, kid? I go, I'm a stand-up comedian. And he goes, ha! And he just drove away. I was like, no! Just took off, but I have that dollar bill signed from Dom DeLuise, who I love.
An egg cooker, but you better eat it there. You can't take it home after he cooks that egg for you.
Okay.
You want to take an egg home from Dom DeLuise? He cooked you an egg. You can take it home.
Dude,
I said you can't eat it here. You got to take it with you.
Of course.
Okay. So there's an exception now.
Dom DeLuise, yeah. Dom DeLuise wants to take eggs home. He can take eggs home.
Look at you. You're sweating.
I'm not sweating.
Look at you. You're
sweating. That's my beautiful skin. You're out of your mind.
That's my
beautiful Panasonic Lumix G1. The G100, baby.
Fatso is amazing when he eats the takeaway Chinese food.
Buddy, when he ate all the Chinese food. The best part is when he had to go get the cake for his little nephew, Anthony. And he comes back. He goes upstairs with the cake. Then he comes back down and puts it in the thing. And then they open the cake. And she goes, he ate the Oni. And she's like, what? He ate the Oni. He ate the Oni out of the Anthony and the cake. And she starts beating him up. And the guy goes, here's $40. Go get another. Don't give him money. And then he's sitting there. She's beating him up, screaming around him. And he goes, I'll go get the cake. And then he goes, what are you going to do with that cake? He still wanted to eat the cake. She started punching it. Funniest movie of all time. If you're a chubby person or have food stuff, you got to watch.
You should do it. Remake it.
Oh, I want to so bad.
You should make a modern interpretation of it.
I want to.
So do it.
I know. I got to.
What are you doing? You're standing here with your broke knee,
yeah,
talking about eggs.
I'm doing this. Trying to school people in your chat how to not take breakfast home.
Dom DeLuise eats yesterday's breakfast.
That's it. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
Well, now you guys got homework. I know you got to go get an MRI for your knee.
I got to go get an MRI. I'm hoping that maybe it fit. Nope, it didn't. It still hurts. Jeez.
Yeah, but no joke. Even if it does go back to places, a guy who's broken a lot of bones, you probably stretched a ligament you don't know about, and it'll happen even worse.
Thanks.
I've dislocated both shoulders. Yeah. I've popped out collarbones. And you think you're okay when it goes back, and you're not.
You know, I got to buy something here, by the way.
We'll talk about it. What do you need?
I don't know. I just want to buy some stuff.
You got to get an MRI, man.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Listen, guys, you can come hang out at 42 West 18th Street. The event space is popping, guys. So if you want, adorama.com/events. We got stuff going on. You guys just missed Chris Knight shooting live in the space last night. That's on the new channel, Adorama Events on YouTube. Go subscribe there. Bobby, man, it's good seeing you. It's been a while.
You too, brother. Good to see you. Thanks for
go do some
man.
cool stuff, man.
Thanks for watching.
Everybody, you can go follow this man right here. Stay up on his tour dates. Are you on tour?
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm back on tour until Christmas next week. Florida next week, and
nothing local.
Nah, I'm just Tuesday nights at the Comedy Cellar.
Every Tuesday night? 7
to 8. I do my hour, run my hour. Yeah,
and that's when you do the podcast, right?
And then I do the podcast right after that. Yeah.
I got to swing by there and redo your lights.
Someone's
been messing with your stuff, man.
I know.
I am not happy about this.
Yep, I know. I can't stand them.
That's what he gets for these free
I know.
kids.
I should pay them.
You got to get a pro. There you go. Fernandez put in the Adorama Events link in the chat. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Next week, the immortal Joe McNally will join me, and we're going to talk about the trip we just had to London, all this stuff. Robert, thanks for swinging by, man. Let's try to get you popping locked back into place. He's sitting on this apple box. So sad.
I know. It's sad. It's sad.
Yeah, you got a free coffee out of it, right?
I got half a free coffee.
Half a free coffee.
Whatever that was on the lid.
I'll throw whatever was on the lid. That was Dom DeLuise's eggs.
I'll
throw the Garmin up there. Go check out the link down below for Garmin. My
Love
man right
Garmin.
too. What do you use Garmin for? Tell me.
When I hike a lot, and I'm up in my tiny house up in the country. The Garmin's great. You know why it's great? It lasts for 26 days.
I believe that. Yeah.
It lasts so long. The app tells you what's sleeping, tells you all your walks, it does everything for you. And workouts, does all that stuff. And now the new one I got, the Phoenix 7, has the touchscreen.
Yeah, we were just talking about
it has a flashlight on it. So, dude, up in the country, when I'm up there in the summer at my tiny house, use the flashlight all the time. It's one of my favorite watches. And I'm a big watch guy. I love watches. And I wear that Garmin. I love the quick release bands. I have like 3 different colors.
Fernando, I guess we got a spokes guy for the next Garmin video we got to do.
Garmin is I can't wait for the next iteration of the Phoenix watch. I don't know what it's going to be, but I can't wait for it. Yeah.
Look at this guy. Bated breath. Unbelievable.
It's the best, yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to get out of here. Have a great rest of the day. I will see you next week. And, 42 West 18th Street. Stop by. Later, guys. Peace.
Peace.